Good morning. This is Cycle 1 of the ARRL Western Massachusetts Traffic Net. This net meets daily at 10 a.m., 10:15 on Sunday on the Nobark Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. The purpose of this net is to handle any messages between cities and towns of Western Massachusetts and to provide liaison to the first region net that meets on 3.948 megahertz at 1:45 p.m. local time. This is a directed net. Please do not break the net unless you have emergency or priority traffic. Please do not leave the net without first informing the net control station whenever possible. Your net control station today is November 1, Sierra Alpha Victor. My name is Jeff and I am in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. At this time, are there any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority only? Please call now. All right, Net Control is now looking for our first region liaison station. Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie. Paul, please call and list any traffic.
This is Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie, AB1TC. Good morning, Jeff. There is no traffic to report for Western Mass from Region 1 this morning. Back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Paul. Net Control is now looking for any stations holding traffic or announcements. Traffic or announcements only. Your call signs, please.
Here, B. I think there was somebody yesterday looking for first region with traffic. N1QOV, OB in Pittsfield, running commercial power. Commercial. I have no traffic for the net. The long announcements after check-ins, please. Jeff.
Okay, thanks. We'll be standby. Net Control is now looking for any and all stations. Any and all stations wishing to check in, please check in now.
This is LXPA Commercial Power Traffic. This is November 1, Sierra Yankee November, Rick in Dalton, Massachusetts. Negative traffic today. I'm on commercial power. Good morning, Jeff, and the rest of the net. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Delta Alpha X-Ray. Dave in Springfield. Commercial power, no traffic. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning to the net. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Zulu Tango Mobile, John in Pittsfield, no traffic, over. Here is Whiskey Alpha 1, November Tango India. Name is John, the QTH, Northampton, running commercial.
Okay, let's see. The net recognizes and says good morning to AB1TC Paul, N1QOV N1XBI Ramon, N1SYN Rick, KC1DAX Dave, KC1ZT, I believe. Do I have the right name on there? Was that John?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, John. Good morning to you as well. And WA1NTI, good morning to you, John. Further check-ins for the Western Mass Traffic Net. Okay, nothing heard. N1QOV. Obi, why don't you go ahead with your announcements?
Okay, I forgot who had traffic yesterday for first region, but anyway, I didn't copy it down. Sorry. What's coming up? Skywarn spotter training, April 26th. Usual time in Blandford, Massachusetts. VE session, people. VE session. Ham radio license testing. Saturday, the 13th of February. 8:30 check-in. For paperwork and so forth, bring the appropriate ID and whatever. 0900, 9 a.m., the testing begins. This is being held at the Stockbridge Fire Station on Route 7 in Stockbridge, Mass. Please park in the rear of the building. Thank you. Switch hands. Oh, we got here. Next pass ISS, a little bit to the southeast, coming up the coast. Starting at 17:30, 5:30 this afternoon. We got here. Doesn't look like they're doing anything aboard the ISS. Just maybe a school with contact once in a while. And round one, back to that.
Okay. Additional check-ins for the Western Mass Traffic Net. Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Go ahead with round two, Obi.
Okay, what am I missing here? Anyway, here in Pittsfield, weather conditions overcast. It is overcast. The sun was shining a little earlier. 40 degrees of the Fahrenheit persuasion, wind variable at 7, wind chill 35. Looks like clear weather, maybe a little cloudy for the rest of the week and weekend. What do you got here in the mid 30s, high 30s? Fairly warm. At least the sewers won't freeze up like last year. Somewhere in the world, commencement of the armed struggle in Angola, if anybody remembers Idi Amin, Independence Day in Sri Lanka, and National Day in Sri Lanka. Here in the USA, on the first list, National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. There's mail in your mail, something. That's, no. National Homemade Soup Day. I got my crock pot going. And National Create a Vacuum Day. I'm not sure what that is. And on the other list, Liberace Day. The rumors about him weren't true as far as I know. National something. Quacker Day. Quacker. I don't know. Hug a duck. Whatever. National Stuffed Mushroom Day. Oh boy. Rosa Parks Day. Rosa Parks Day. Torture Abolition Day. You guys have to listen to me. USO Day. Oh, USO Day. Thanks, Bob Hope. World Cancer Day. No Bark News. You can find this on the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club.org website. Next meeting, February 28th. Looking for volunteers for the Boston Marathon before February 9th. That's on the website. School Roundup contest, February 8th through 12th. Looking for help on Mount Greylock with a couple of skiing events, one on the 28th, one on March 5th. That's on the front page. What else you got here? Contest calendar. What do you got? YL Old Man contest to do Triathlon DX contest. Vermont QSO Party. Might be able to get into that one. What is it? 160 through UHF, so that might be viable. 1010 phone thing, 10 meters. The French F9 CW thing.
K1FF. K.
The Black Sea Cup International CWN phone. Through Winter QRP something, CW phone and digital. Minnesota QSO party. Straight key night, CW 80 meters, 80 meters. Fist slow speed. Fist slow speed for you new guys. Or me new guys. What do you Mexico ready. Mexico ready. North American Sprint CW. ARRL School Roundup. That's as far as mine goes, I think. Currently, solar flux 112, 112, A14, K2, count 78. Flea markets this weekend, one in Springfield, Vermont, one in Windsor, Connecticut. Moving down the list, 5th of March for the Mount Tom. 5th March, Chicopee, Mass. At the Moose Lodge. Finally, a little bit of VHF, UHF openings in central Connecticut and southern eastern New York. That should be. Anyway, end of list. N1QOV back tonight.
Okay, thank you for your announcements as always, Obi. Appreciate it. Okay, do we have any additional check-ins for the Western Mass Traffic Net before we close?
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Yankee Delta, Rich Mobile, Pittsfield. No traffic, battery power.
Okay, net recognizes KC1 BYD Rich. Good morning to you. Okay, do we have any final check-ins, comments, questions?
AB1TC. Yeah, Obi, it must have been the 1 o'clock net yesterday that somebody came on with traffic. Was it?
Geez, I don't remember. I had my dance card full. I might have it on a recording, so I can maybe look at the morning and the afternoon if I did it. I can check on that. But it was somebody from Pittsfield, if anybody remembers, for I forget where.
We had a double there. Whoever covered up Obi there, go ahead.
Well, it had to be the 1 o'clock. I didn't go on the 1 o'clock. It doesn't make any sense for me sometimes. And I went on the 130, the 145 for First Region yesterday, and they had nothing either.
Mobile station go.
This is KC1ZC Mobile. Yeah, that was me with the traffic, and I took it to the 330 southbound First Region yesterday.
You went directly?
That's affirmative.
Okay, all right. As long, yeah, I don't know if you're just supposed to do that, but whatever.
Well, I think the philosophy is generally, try to send it through your region contact, which is why I tried yesterday at 1 o'clock, but I didn't want to hold it any longer.
Okay, that's fine with me. Whatever, the whole idea of this thing is whatever works, right?
Yeah, that's all I think. Thanks very much. KC1ZT.
Okay, well, I guess that solves that mystery.
Okay, well, very good. That's all cleared up. All right then. I'll give one shout out for last final check-ins to the Western Mass Traffic Net. Okay, Cycle 1 of the ARRL Western Massachusetts Traffic Net. I would like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the use of the Mount Greylock K1FFK 146.91 repeater. The time is now 10 hours and 15 minutes. I now return the repeater back to normal amateur radio use. I would like to thank all the stations that checked in and those who stood by while this net was being conducted. This is N1SAV, now signing clear. 7-3, and have a great day, everybody.
Alpha Bravo 1 Tango Charlie N1QV.
AB1TC here.
Yeah, just a quick one. Not as bad as I've heard a few times the fire department and the law enforcement fight over who's in charge of the accident scene. See you later, N1QV.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if somebody has the license and the, and the intelligence and the radio to check into First Region, and they want to pass their own traffic through, I have no problem with it. But should it ever come up in the future that this piece of traffic here, you have a record of it? I'm not gonna. I won't have it. That's the hole in the system. But it saves me the trouble. I mean, the 330 one is hard for me to get on, but it is usually the best reception.
Yeah. Well, do the best with what you have. It is what it is. Field expediency, so forth, whatever. Yeah. As long as things get done. Anyway, it's muddy out there. I don't know how it is around your house, but oh man, Mud City. Talk to you later.
I haven't walked outside yet. I was hoping it wouldn't break the mud. I just hold out till the next cold spell.
I came across a video of, how people do video. There's one guy, I think it's a lady, has a camera out there in her chicken coop. I was going to send it to you, but if I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send me the link, or if the video isn't long, I'd like to see that. That's not a bad idea, really. I had a camera in our chicken coop for a while because we had a chipmunk that was getting in there, and we had no idea how it was getting in, and it was almost a year before we found out how it was getting through. Because I built the place like a fortress because we have mink, and you know what that means.
Yeah, those rodents are chipmunks and squirrels. Oh man, those guys are clever. And I've seen where squirrels eat right through a brick. The other trick I've heard for finding whatever's invading is talcum powder or flour. They leave their footprints. Uh, not that I'm a Boy Scout. Hey, good luck.
Okay, talk to you later.
One QOV, W1DWA.
Sir.
Just a little trivia. You talk about the Minnesota QSO party, which is coming up this weekend. If you are one of the top 10 scorers in the country, you get a really nice bag of wild rice from Minnesota. I never thought Minnesota was a rice capital, but apparently it is. The rice is very good because I won 2 sacks of it.
Yeah, I thought Louisiana. When I rode the bus through Louisiana, oh, it was rice fields. That's a little known. Okay, I'll remember that. I'll jot that down and never forget. Oh man, the weird things.
K1FFK.
Yeah, the Minnesota party is a good one. Vermont will be very difficult this weekend because most of those guys get on 20. So Vermont will be bad pickings. British Columbia might be an interesting opportunity.
Well, I think I looked at it, and it's like from 160 through what 220 or I don't know higher. It seems to be all the way across the bands.
Yeah, but you have to understand, you're not going to work anybody in Vermont on 40 meters on Saturday, because those monkeys will all be on 20 with their beams pointed west, or their antennas oriented toward the west. But in any event, I don't expect to do anything in Vermont, but I sure will jump into Minnesota again.
Okay, just off the top of your head, Don, you remember? You know the motto or whatever? You know, like some the corn huskers and what are they?
It's Nebraska.
You know what Minnesota is?
No.
I don't know. I was going to ask you. I'll look it up though. Hey, when's the next breakfast?
Well, there was one this morning, and next week, our friend Tony has not been able to make many of them. We kind of like to get him there, kind of miss the old goat. And so I'm gonna try to set up something with Tony for early next week.
I keep running into a guy I kind of know from GE. He took the test tons and tons of times. He finally passed, but he doesn't get on much. I see him over the Johnny's restaurant or whatever it is. He has breakfast. I'll have to remind him there's a amateur radio breakfast over at Mesley's.
Where's Johnny's?
Pex Road, Valentine and whatever.
In that little shopping mall there?
Yeah, they've got a good size sit down and eat counter and a Subway and convenience, whatever. Hot coffee for $1.
I didn't realize that. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I like Mezzi's. I go there a lot. And my daughter and I go Saturday mornings usually. And, I sit and do the crossword puzzle, and she keeps pouring the coffee, and it's very pleasant.
Hey, pleasant is good. Yeah, well, the food is probably a draw too. I don't know if you remember. Geez, I can't think of the place. Glumpke's Saturday morning. Boy, were they good. The tavern down there.
You thinking of the Madison Cafe?
The Madison. I remember coming back from I don't know Boxborough or something on Route 2 or some one of those. A little place on the side of the road with you know what kind of food. Oh man, I got like uh, as much money as I had, threw it in a cooler and brought it home.
That's the way to go. Mezzi says Golunki's every day.
Really? Gee, I didn't know that. Oh man, it's been a while. Then what was it? Stuffed peppers. Those are great. And my last ex-wife used to make. She was Lebanese. She used to make the stuffed grape leaves. I guess you can stuff just about anything.
Well, my lady friend is Moroccan, and I get all of that Arabic food.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you haven't lived unless you've tried all the exotic foods. When I was in Texas, a friend of mine was from India, and his wife used to make some curry and all kinds of weird. Oh man, food.
That curry will take the chrome right off your bumper.
I guess. Same thing. A can of Coke, I set it down on a drill press over GE one time. Left the stain there, it wouldn't come out. So that tells you something about Coke.
Well, it tells you it's got a lot of phosphoric acid.
Okay, people, there you heard it from the expert, the horse's mouth. Minnesota this weekend, and I won't say UTC time because I always get it wrong. Mike Kilby, talk to you later, Don.
It starts at 9 o'clock in the forenoon, goes till I think 6 o'clock at night. So it's a non-proliferating contest. It's one you can play with and have a good time. Download the county list from WA7BNM and rock and roll.
Yeah, that's the one I pick up. Maybe I'll post that on my Facebook thing. I know how much you hate computers.
Well, I use the darn thing for downloading the rules of the QSO party, although I know them. I keep county lists, though. And, you know, they're somewhat useful. I have a brand new one, which I dislike even more intensely than the old one I had.
Yes, I'm sure there's quite a few people out here that will concur. Concur, I know what that means. And the newer ones, oh, geez. And I guess with some of the old programs, you have to have an older computer. What the satellite tracking and a bunch of other radio related. Oh man.
W1DWA. Obi, have you ever heard of a radar box? You know what that is?
Who?
A radar box.
Radar box. No, I've run radar for quite a few years, but I've never heard of a radar box. Waveguide and etc.
No, this is a little box about the size of a pocketbook that you buy in the store. And you connect it to the confuser. You got a little outside antenna. You get real-time tracking of airplanes, and it comes up on your screen with a round circle with the cursor in the middle and the whole thing. It's really quite an interesting gadget.
Okay. I think there's what do they call them? Dongles, little things you can plug in. I guess they look like memory sticks or whatever. Well, actually, on the internet, there's a thing, flight radar. It lists every plane that's in the sky or ready to taxi or something. Flight radar.
There's also live ATC, basically the same thing.
Which reminds me, when Bush, the younger Bush, was taking a flight to visit the troops on the sly, another commercial airplane said, "Hey, looks like Air Force One." They told him to shut up.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Anyway, I better shut up. Don, see you later.
Walking the PORs, Obi. We'll catch you later. W1DWA.
Okay. Peace out there. He's probably want to talk to you. See you later. N1QB clear. Listening 9-1.
Peter, are you up?